All right, so we are live, and I cannot tell you how excited we are to have Tamzin Merchant, the director of American Pride, Louisiana Film Prize, top 21 film for this year.
Woo!
And I cannot tell you how excited we are to have Tamzin Merchant, the director of
London.
American Pride,
Is that correct?
Louisiana Film Prize.
Yeah, I'm coming from London. I'm getting a bit of a feedback situation. Oh, it's because I've got Skype on. Oh my gosh, technical difficulties from the off. Okay, now I'm good. I apologize. Yes, I'm in London. I'm sitting in my bedroom in London, just chatting to you. 6 hours difference, and about probably 12-hour flight away. But it feels like we're in the same room.
It's almost bedtime for you. It's like what, like 8:30 there?
Yeah, it's 8:30. Yeah.
And word is that you have a crumpet with you.
I do. I have a crumpet.
Yes.
Would you like to?
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back with the crumpet.
Yes.
This is a crumpet from the Great British Isles.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is proof that Tamzin Merchant is in London. And I don't know if you have a lift in your apartment building, but maybe we'll go there last.
Well, you can get these at World Market on Uri Drive. I was very excited to discover these.
Don't ruin the magic, Tamzin. That's a British crumpet. You are in Britain right now.
I am in Britain right now.
So let's start by talking a bit about your film, and if you could sort of fill everybody in on American Pride. It's actually really special because of a couple of things. I'm going to see if you hit them, but tell people about American Pride if you could.
Okay, so American Pride stars Cam Owen, who's also the producer. He's a brilliant actor, and he was in American Virgin, which was his and my first film that we made together last year. That was in the top 20 last year. And American Pride actually tells the story of his character, Ty, who appears in American Virgin. And so it's an expansion of the world of the film that we made last year. So it's his character, and instead of being a supporting character, as he was in American Virgin, he's now playing the lead of American Pride. So, yeah, it's very different from American Virgin, even though it's in the same world. I was trying to explore like the wider world of American Virgin with American Pride and paint a kind of a new landscape in the series, because we plan to do three American films essentially.
I think it's awesome. And so with when you were sort of thinking about this, because we've never had sort of almost, I realize it's not a sequel, it's more sort of like an offshoot, or like you said, an expansion of the universe. Was when you were sort of like doing American Virgin, was it something where you were concepting this out as a trilogy and you just were hoping that you would do a film that would get into the top 20? Or is this something where you were like, oh my God, American Virgin, which, by the way, American Virgin was a top 5 film last year, which is pretty astounding. It was a beautiful film. But in thinking through it, was it something you had thought about as sort of like a natural follow-on, or was that something that sort of like happened after you saw the success you had with it had with American Virgin?
Well, actually, I guess so. Cam and I decided to make American Virgin, and we worked on that. We started working on that January 2015, and we filmed it in March, and we, had it, and it made it to the film prize. And then when Cam and I realized how much we loved working together, he came to me with this idea of a character that he would play coming out to his family at a wedding. So the concept of this film is Cam's idea. And then I can't quite remember how it happened, but we ended up thinking, well, wouldn't it be cool if it was the character he was playing in American Virgin, which he really made his own. He really made that character. He really turned him into a living, breathing, hilarious human being, I felt. And so we thought we wanted to see more of that guy and perhaps another side of that character. So his idea was initially one that he kind of thought of, it's completely separate. And then I thought, wouldn't it be interesting to see his character grow? And then we thought, I like things that come in threes. I think trilogies are a really kind of strong way of telling stories. And so we've got an idea for the third one, which we'll keep under wraps for now, but it will feature other people.
So, you know, when you were, I mean, I was lucky enough to, you know, we do set visits for the film prize, and I was lucky enough to kind of go out there and see what you guys were doing. I mean, this is an ensemble cast. I mean, this was, without going too deep into the film and not kind of putting any spoilers out there, what was that like, sort of putting together this this really massive group of people? I mean, you know, and putting them into the situation that you put them into. Were these people that you met along the way? You know, you seem to get people who had a great chemistry together. I'm kind of curious about the casting and getting people together.
We really did. We got amazing chemistry. I'm so inspired by all of the actors that worked with us on American Pride. Like every single actor, whether they actually had lines or not, whether they were more of a featured background or they were, you know, like Rachel Lee McGill playing the bride, Patrick Kirkton playing the father, Eric Gibson playing the groom, like everyone, like I shouldn't name anyone's names because everyone was absolutely like on their A game, and they really, really inspired me as an actor. I had meetings with each person individually before we started rehearsing to talk about their characters and what they thought about what they might be wearing, where they were coming from. And everyone just brought these really detailed people, you know, to the table. They brought these detailed characters, which is kind of funny because I wrote the script and everyone read it and then added their ideas and added all of their individuality and genius to it. And so that was a fantastic start. And then we had these kind of wild rehearsals where we'd read the script at the table and then everyone would just get up in the room and then we just read it really, really fast. We did this one, so it all takes place at a wedding and we shot it in one location. After seven location moves on American Virgin, Cam and I were like, why don't we make something that just films in one place? Great. So we're filming in this one location and we had this really funny rehearsal afternoon where everyone just had their script and we just ran around the location reading every scene out as it happened. So we really kind of got to know the manic energy that is in the film, and we fed off that. It was really fun.
And so I do want to just let everybody know who's watching right now, you can see American Pride at the Louisiana Film Prize September 30th through October 2nd, and you see all the films, and then you vote, hopefully, for American Pride. You can get tickets at lafilmprize.com/tickets. I do want to go back to the whole idea of the wedding. It felt like a wedding on set, and I mean, I almost feel like maybe there were the same sort of like concoctions that you find at a wedding. It seemed to have a light spirit. Is that am I in the right place on that?
Well, after every day, we shot over 3 days, and the end of every day we went round to get drive-through daiquiris for everyone.
Nice.
That was really fun. But I think there's something about being on a set. The weather was gorgeous. So we had such beautiful weather for the 3 days. Everyone was dressed up beautifully. Everyone was kind of like, the decorations were amazing. Katie Larson from the Agora Borealis shop, she did our production design, and she basically created a wedding in like a day. It was amazing. And so I think there was a real sense of occasion, and there was a real sense of camaraderie, and of like, there was a community making this film. It wasn't like one person calling the shots and it was like everyone else had to obey. I really felt like it was a real communal thing that we were doing. That was exciting.
And I'm curious. I mean, I'm correct in saying that the American Virgin was your directorial debut. Is that correct?
Yes.
And so what did you feel sort of as an evolution of you as a director going from American Virgin to American Pride? And again, I I'm curious about your sense of comfort as you sort of, move from one to the other, and like you said, your command of the set, because again, it seemed a pretty amazing sort of group with an amazing atmosphere that translated to an amazing film. So could you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think with American Virgin, it was my first time stepping onto a set as a director, and I didn't know what to expect from myself before I came on set the first time. And so I kind of thought that I had to have all the answers beforehand ready, and I had to know everything about everything. And I don't think that's a bad place to be. I don't think, I think preparation is all, but I think on top of that, it's really important to kind of be able to cut loose a bit, to know that you're comfortable with the basics, and then to actually be able to expand and grow from that as well. And to also make space really quite consciously for other people to bring in their creativity and their ideas. And that I felt letting go a bit of needing to know all the answers, which I felt on American Virgin somewhat, let me really consciously allow and invite other people's creativity like really into the mix. So it became a much more communal film than the first one. And I think it's the stronger for it. I think there were, you can just take all those beautiful ideas from everyone and just really enjoy what everyone brings. And that for sure, I felt was a real growth thing for me, a real growth.
I remember thinking, like, after you did American Virgin, of course, you're mostly known for your work as an actress, and you told me at the first film prize how much you love directing, and I was waiting for a hate mail from your agent saying, like, what have you done to my sacred cow here?
You've turned her into a director.
Have you found a place for yourself as a director?
This is American Pride is actually my third short film. I directed another one in England between American Virgin and American Pride called Juliet Remembered, and it's just been like finished earlier in the summer, and it's got a few friends of mine from England in it and a couple of really brilliant actors who I didn't know before, and now I'm friends with. And yeah, everyone has been an experiment, but I am 100% like riding the directing train now. I'm so into. I love directing. Like it's such a great feeling. Yeah.
And what's the name of your agent?
They're fired. I'm kidding.
Yeah, that's right. They're gone. They're gone.
Yeah. Don't need those guys anymore.
You're the English J.J. Abrams.
Yes. I love that. I'll need to put another, maybe I could be TT merchant. Like I'll put 2 T's. It could be my thing.
we could probably work on that a little bit. But yes, I think you would.
The name needs a little work, but yeah.
Watch out for the acronyms, but yes, absolutely.
I also feel like as an actress, it's very easy to get told where to stand and what to say and how to look, and that's certainly not happening on the good sets that I've been on, but it can happen on, and it does frequently happen, to actors. And I feel like I have a lot more self-empowerment now that I've discovered that I love directing, and that literally last year you guys at the Louisiana Film Prize made me a director. Cam Owen made me into a director, and I'm so grateful for that because it's really empowered my creativity in a whole new way.
Yeah, and let's talk a little bit about Shreveport. I mean, I personally, me and my wife moved here from Austin, Texas, and sort of fell in love with Shreveport as a place. You certainly are one of the poster children of sort of what Shreveport could be as far as an independent filmmaking capital. Can you talk a bit about your experience here and the good, the bad, the indifferent? But I am very curious about somebody who has done so much with this place and really made it work for you.
The thing is about Shreveport is like, you guys have been so welcoming. Your artistic community has been so welcoming, and it feels like being given a massive bear hug of like just a big love hug of like welcome, and like it's been a real communal thing. And I like living in Shreveport for 5 months of the year for the last 3 years has been such a gift. Such a gift. And I'm so excited to be coming back for the film prize because I miss you guys. I miss like so much about Shreveport. I miss Stray Cats. I miss Scott, you know, I miss Twisted Root. I miss The Great Raft. It's like
oh my God. I think you found 3 sponsors for your next film.
Excellent. Well, Scott's my lucky charm. Scott Brightman is in both American Virgin and American Pride as himself. So, but yeah, I felt like, you know, it's quite daunting, of course, moving across the ocean to do a job that you know, you don't know people and you don't know the landscape very well. I found season 1 difficult because I was quite isolated and I didn't know you guys. I didn't know the treasures that Shreveport had in store. And then you know, season 2, that was last year, was just so much fun because I got to meet you guys and got to really feel like I was part of a community. And there is so much love and so much support and belief in what you guys are doing and what we can do to be a part of it. It's really beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, I think when people sort of bring up the list of names of people that have really sort of done great things here and done all the things that I think we are proud of. I mean, you're certainly way up there. So if you could tell us a bit about what you guys have planned for Film Prize weekend. I know you have parties that I'm already starting to see people like start getting they're getting way too excited about, but I'm sure that it's all going to be worth it. So what do you guys have planned?
Our party is going to be on Friday at Stray Cat, and Scott will be bartending like a pro, which he is. We're going to have an American Pride party, and we're going to. So last year, when people came out of the cinemas, we handed out like fake dollar bills with Maddie's face on, who was the American Virgin lead. So we handed out vote American Virgin, free money, because we had that whole free money kind of motif in American Virgin. So this time we're going to have, we're planning to have a bouquet toss, because the bouquet toss is part of a sort of set piece in American Pride. So we're planning to have a couple of exciting sort of moments after we do our question and answer session. We're thinking we'll have a bouquet toss, and then whoever catches the bouquet, and it can be a man or a woman, everyone is free to join. Whoever catches the bouquet will win some exciting prizes. So
excellent. And so what time is the party at Stray Cat?
That's going to be Friday evening. I'm going to say probably, Cam will know, it's probably going to be like 7 or 8 o'clock, maybe 9. It'll be going on for a while.
We will make sure that gets out. And
look out for the rainbows. That's
it. You look for the glitter bombs and camo and weird American t-shirts, and you'll find
an amazing t-shirt already lined up, actually.
I have no doubt. So what is sort of like, I mean, you had such a great debut last year. What is your personal expectation for this year, both for yourself and like for the film? And I'm listening closely because I'm going to try to make a list of requests that are Tamzin requests. But where's your head, and what are you kind of hoping for the film?
Well, I think it's a very different film from American Virgin. It's a kind of, we were experimenting with a sort of slightly different version of comedy. What I want is to make people laugh and make people think and maybe make people change a little bit, because I think every really good film, every great film has an effect on you. You leave the cinema a different person slightly to the person that you walked in as, and I'd really like to have that effect on some people, because the message of our film is very much one of love and acceptance, and I think if we can spread the love at the film prize, then that will be job done, like, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. You know, I think it's interesting. Last year, I'm not sure that maybe the expectations were where they should have been, noting, this film prize audience. I mean, to come in the top 5 with that film, American Virgin had some very tough subject matter in there. And, I mean, I had to say that it really was a testament to the film prize audience. And I'm very proud of course, proud of the film and thrilled that you guys did as well as you did last year. But also, an audience got you there, which is pretty amazing. You guys also had a founder circle for this too, right?
Yes, we did. Yeah, it was amazing.
So you actually won. I mean, it was a pretty astounding, outpouring of unbridled love for that.
It was beautiful. It was really beautiful, and I felt so honored by that. And I really want to give that love back in the form of this film, really, in the form of, the love that Cam and I were given for American Virgin and the support. I want to kind of gift this film. I think in some ways it's a kind of an easier film. It might be a more kind of consumer friendly film, if that makes sense, without kind of talking too much about the subject matter and giving it away. But I want to kind of give it as a gift of love and thanks for what was given last year to us. So yeah, I'm feeling the love, and I'm loving how many female directors are part of this year's film.
Crazy, isn't it? It is. I mean, I have to say that. I mean, I have a lot of Jewish mother in me, so I can tell you that I am extremely excited about the 48% number and us in the center to bringing women filmmakers into a place where they can do things. I think it's really cool.
It's absolutely essential, and it's what we need people like you to really be. Because you guys have the power. You're choosing the people that are being part of this festival, and the fact that you've chosen so many women is a huge valuable gift to us, I think. And I'm really excited to see everyone's films. I mean, last year coming into the film prize, I was quite focused on American Virgin. This year, what I'm thinking about, aside from having an amazing party, doing a lot of tequila shots, is I'm really excited to see these 21 films. I mean, I'm really excited to see the talent that's going to be out there and the inspiration that I'll get from seeing all of them as well.
Well, you were kind enough to pull out a crumpet for us. I thought that was awesome. I mean, and we've talked about other things. Like I was going to get you to make some tea, but it might be too late in the evening for you to be drinking it. But I have a present for you. So you ready? Ready for this? Oop, hang on. I got it right here. Look at this. Look at you. Look at that right there. Oh,
woo!
Look at it. That's yours. Yes. Come and get it. Come and get this. So, I'm going to tell people again. So on September 30th through October 2nd, you can see American Pride. Tamzin's going to be here. Cam is going to be here. And you basically get tickets at lafilmprize.com/tickets. You come, you see all 21 films. You get to catch a bouquet. You get to hang out with Tamzin at her party. It's going to be absolutely amazing. So Tamzin, just a couple of questions and then we'll get you out of here so you can jump on the lift and go talk to a Bobby down on the street. Maybe go down to the get some crisps, some crisps, which I think you can get at World Market too. Am I correct on that?
Probably. Although, yeah, I've just seen a lot of tortilla chips, so it's not the same thing.
Okay, right. And so it is October 2nd. So we've gotten into our time machine, and it's October 2nd, and there is that moment, where we all get on stage and we hold up that big check, and the check is covered. And I tell everyone behind me what the name of the film is, and they always have to ask me, what did I say? Because they're too hungover to understand English. And so we call out the name in unison, which is kind of our thing, right? And the name on the check is American Pride. What does that mean to you? And then what do you do with that $50,000 cash?
Oh, wow. Well, that would mean, if American Pride were to win the award, I think the main prize, I think it would be a huge honor because of I love that it's audience and jury award. I think that's amazing. that's beautiful, and that would just be like a dream come true. It would be beyond my wildest dreams, really. And I think Cam and I, you know, we've got big plans. You know, we are not, you know, we're not stopping. You know, we've got, for Tamzin Productions, we have, you know, we have visions for the future, and we've got a lot of ideas about what we want to do. And if we were to get 50 grand, we'd be able to make a couple of these projects that we've kind of got in the very early stages. We're sort of talking about things, developing ideas, and there's a web series that, you know, I'm thinking about, and Cam's got he's got a web series he's thinking about. We've both got ideas for features that we're like playing with. And what I love about making a film for the film prize is, like, you make it with your heart and your soul, and with equipment that I certainly didn't know how to use before, you know, I started working with people, and you just make it with these amazing people, and that's the main thing. And for me, the film prize weekend and winning the film prize or not winning, like, it's about the people, and it's about those guys. To me, like, you guys are the #1 prize. Like, knowing you and working with you and what you're doing is just like, absolutely. I mean, 50 grand would be excellent. So, yeah.
I mean, I swear, you know where I thought you were going with that, which was going to be extremely exciting to me, was that you were going to say, if I win, we'll just give it back.
Let it be known, it is 3:01 Louisiana time. I never said that. Put it on the record.
Bam! Oh, another one.
Yeah.
Well, listen, Tamzin, it was absolutely brilliant. I think that's what you said over there. It was absolutely brilliant hanging out with you online. I'm going to ask, before we jump off, I'm going to ask that you give it a Viva La Film Prize. You can count it down yourself. I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to let you jump on screen, and then we're going to jump off. But thank you again, and I'm going to turn it over to you to give one hearty English Viva La Film Prize. Ready? I'm going to do it. I'm going to count down 3, 2, 1. And wait a minute. Let it switch to you, and then you do your thing.
Okay. Viva La Film Prize!